Hey there, Krazy Crafters! Welcome to Technique of the Week with Krazy Kreations.
Yes, Technique of the Week is on Wednesdays, where we show you such fun things and ways to use the Krazy Kreation products.
Like vinyl outline stickers, or handmade microfine glitter paper, or Write Art alcohol markers, and we show you how to use them in new and exciting ways.
Yes, so you never know what to expect here at Krazy Kreations. So my name is Kara.
And I'm Jackie.
And we are the mother-daughter team here at Krazy Kreations, located in Yreka, California.
And we call our team the Krazy Crew. Speaking of the Krazy Crew, we're live right now, and we have Eric in the comments section, so make sure you say hello.
All right, Eric, way to go. Woo, hello.
All right, so we have a really fun project in store for you today. We are going to make some Valentine's Day cards.
Yes, we are, but we have a little bit of a crazy twist to it because we're going to use our wood heart frame, and we're going to not use glitter paper today, which is very unlike us crazy ladies.
So if you're ready to get started and ready to see a brand new Technique of the Week, let us know in the comments section below. We're going to show you the sample first, walk you through the technique, and then at the end of the video, we have a kit to show you.
Okay, let's get started. Look how beautiful this card is. I love it, don't you?
I do. So this is an A2 sized card featuring our wood frame heart, and it does add a little bit of 3D pop to the card, but it has such a nice finish to it. And this is our technique today. It is using acetate with outline stickers to make kind of a see-through window in that wood heart.
Yes, and we are not making this a shaker card today. I like it this way, but you could easily make it a shaker card if you wanted to, and we'll kind of give you some tips on how you could do that.
Plus, there is a secret bonus tip today because this right here I don't recognize as one of our stickers.
No, it's not. It's a portion of a sticker.
So we're going to show you how to use that, but this is the finished product of what we will be completing today.
Okay, perfect. So the first step in creating any card is making the card base. And so I've just kind of gone ahead and put that together already through the magic of video and being live. I think we all know how to put paper, but I have to say this is beautiful paper. What do you think?
It really is. Hint, hint, wink, wink. There might be a clue in something we just said.
Yes, that's right. So this paper, pretty easy. You put your one pattern paper, your other pattern paper, and then our wonderful border sticker. And if you're not familiar with what a border sticker is, it's these stickers here that make really beautiful edges to the seams of your cards, or you could frame something. And I love this one because it has 3 different designs. It has a scallop, a straight line, and a diamond.
And it's the black, kind of a thick scallop.
Yes. Okay, so once we've done that, we're moving on to the heart. So what I love at Krazy Kreations is we have these wood hearts, and then we have the corresponding back, which is the chipboard, right?
Yes, and these are a hidden gem on the Krazy Kreations website, and they're perfect for making into gift tags. You can also use them on the front of a card.
So they come in this natural wood color and in packets of 2, but we're going to show you how to put one together. So the first thing you want to do, did you have something you wanted to say?
Well, I just wanted to say they come in a set of 2, so you get 2 wood hearts and 2 chipboards.
Okay, perfect clarification. Set. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is kind of pick what kind of background you want on your chipboard. So I have this beautiful paper, again another hint hint wink wink coming your way, and if you can guess what we're hinting and winking at, why don't you give us a comment, okay?
Yeah, let us know what your guess is in the comment section.
Now, I like using this chipboard as kind of the template, so I actually put this on the paper, trace around the edge, and then I cut it out. Now, when I trim out the image, I trim on the inside and kind of leave a little bit of an edge, because when you put this wood on there, you're not going to see that, okay? So you don't want your paper hanging out, but if it was, what could you do, Jackie?
Trim it with scissors.
Or use a file.
An
right?
emery board or a nail file or a sanding block. They'll all do the same thing.
Right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this onto the heart so we have our background paper. And again, I'm not worried if it's not an exact fit for the reasons just noted, right?
Right. It's
Okay.
not going to matter.
Right, so look, you don't even know. There we go. Okay, so now that we have that, it's time to work on the acetate.
So just to give you another preview of the acetate, so maybe you can see when there's that shine on there from the light, that is a whole piece of acetate inside of here.
So I did the same thing with the acetate. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can make that more clear for you. It's hard to see the acetate, but there, I think you could kind of see it. And I traced on my 8.5 by 11 acetate sheet the heart, cut it a little bit less, and now it's time for me to get a white piece of paper so everyone could see what we're doing, okay? So now that we have that, there's one important thing that you need to do. There is a protective layer on one side of this, meaning so it won't scratch. So I like to take my wonderful tweezers and I kind of just poke in, and if I'm lucky, I'm going to see that there is that protective layer right there.
Because it's only on one side.
Right.
And the protective layer does prevent the acetate from being scratched. So it is really nice to have that on there. You just have to remember to take off the layer when you're crafting with it.
Now if you're poking on the wrong side and nothing's happening, you're on the wrong side. So turn it over and it will immediately get into this little film, and this is a throwaway film, okay? Now it doesn't matter which side of the acetate you use, but I just kind of tend to use the part that was covered, but you don't have to, okay? So that doesn't matter. So the next step is we want to go ahead and get our sticker, and we're actually using this one called Flower Vase. And in the vase of the flower, do you see that grouping of flowers?
Yes.
That's what we're going to use, and that's what this is right here. Isn't that cool?
Very creative. So we took an outline sticker and we modified it to make it into something different.
So to use an outline sticker, you just pull, and here's what it would look like if we wanted to use it that way. But I'm actually going to go in and I'm going to trim off the vase part here, so we're not using that.
And the vase is really a mason jar.
Oh yeah, that's true, it is.
And by the way, some of you have guessed our hint correctly in the comments. We're not going to tell you who guessed correctly, but just know that some of you were right.
Ooh, how exciting. Okay, so now it's a matter of where to place this. Now, if you place it right on the edge, you may lose a little bit of your detail because of that wood. So I kind of like to place it a little bit away. And I'm not going to like pound it down yet until I kind of test how it is.
So no pressing yet.
Yeah, no pressing, because I just want to kind of test and make sure that that's how I'm going to like it.
Even that looks cool with the black and white.
It does look cool, but that looks pretty good placement. What do you think?
Yes.
Okay, so once we're happy, I'm going to go ahead, press it down, and now we're off to coloring. So,
and by the way, vinyl outline stickers stick really well to acetate. So it's really good that we didn't press down, because if we had, we wouldn't have been able to peel it back up.
Yeah, they do like to really take hold on there. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you that what I love about coloring on this is our outline stickers kind of give that line of detail where you're not going to go outside of the line because there's an edge in the sticker. Now, one thing about acetate, you want to use really dark colors because the darker colors will show up better and there's really no shading.
They're going to be more vibrant. Now, are you going to color from the front or the back?
That was something I was going to get into.
Oops.
So I'm going to color from the front right here. And because I'm on white paper, it kind of looks like it's pretty dark. But when I lift the white paper away, you'll see that it's not as dark, you know. So it's kind of an illusion by having the white paper.
Right.
Now, one thing that I learned that I really liked is I colored on the front, but then I also colored on the back. I did both.
Oh, to make it extra vibrant?
Yes, and you can actually make it so it's shading by just going in little areas on the back if you want to. Isn't that a cool way?
It is. By the way, I've been wanting to know how many of you have started making Valentine's cards already. This is my first one this year.
Oh, really? Wow. I've actually made a couple because we're doing a master class.
That's right.
And so I had to make those, and I loved them.
And if you're wondering what the masterclass is, you should head over to our website, crazycreations.us. There's a beautiful picture on the home page of the website.
So I'm just going to keep going along. What other colors should we use in here, Jackie?
Well, I like the colors you used with the red and then the blue-green.
Okay. But look how pretty that is, everybody. Isn't that gorgeous? Let me try to hold that up so you could see. Just so you could kind of see that. Isn't that beautiful? I love it.
If you like it, feel free to give us a thumbs up, a heart, and if you're on Facebook, a like.
Okay.
I mean, on YouTube, a like.
A YouTube, that's right. Well, I'm going to go in and do the leaf because I'm right here. So I'm using YG29. I'm just going to kind of put this in there. And, ooh, now there's some insides here. So what do we do with that?
So we can peel those out with our tweezers.
Should we get closer?
So I'm going to zoom in so you can see that there's some negatives left over on the inside of the sleeve. And we can just kind of pick them out. Kind of like we're doing a little bit of crafting surgery right now.
It reminds me of that game Operation. Do you remember that?
I do, and I would get the buzzer.
Oh, would you? Okay. I thought you did a really good job. I'm going to hand it to you. And again, especially with this green, I like having the green on both sides, you know. So I'm using a piece of scrap paper, which you might want to have handy. Because sometimes if it's not quite dry, it might get a little bit on there.
Now, acetate is just a clear sheet of thin plastic, and using it on cards can be really fun and give you a different effect.
Okay, so where are we going next?
Here's a red.
All right, so this red is a new addition to our standard set. It's one of the new pastel colors, and it's called R20. And I like it because it has this red, but a little bit of pink, wouldn't you say? It's
a little bit darker than the R17. The R17 in the 24 set of Right Art markers has a little bit more orange to it. So this is just a different tone of red.
But if you don't have this one, you could use R17, right?
Yes.
We just have to use some of the new stuff. It's a new year. Okay. And again, I want to do that back, but isn't that starting to just look wonderful?
It looks like a bouquet of flowers, perfect for the occasion of Valentine's Day.
And you hear that squeaky? That's a good thing, okay?
That's a happy sound.
It's a happy sound, for sure. Okay, I think I'm just going to go in there.
And then our last color is going to be a blue-green. Now this is also from the new set that we just released. This is the pastel colors. They're kind of complementary colors to the 24 set.
I love this color. You know, I've been using more and more of this kind of teal looking color. How about you?
It's really pretty teal and pink, and they go so well together for Valentine's Day.
I agree. I don't think I'll do the back of that one. That one looks vibrant all by itself. Okay? All right, so now one question that may come up is how long does it take to dry? It's pretty much dry immediately because alcohol ink markers are very permanent type markers. So they dry just like a Sharpie dries right away. All right, so now what we want to do is put this on the back of the wood, and we're just going to adhere that. But before we do that, we want to look at our wood frame. So there's a couple things that we could do. We could keep it plain, which I think is beautiful too, right? Natural wood. But I also like altering it sometimes. What do you think?
Yes, and there's so many ways to alter wood. Now this one right here we've altered with an alcohol marker. Right Art, do you remember what color that was?
Yeah, I think it's the R20 and a little bit of gray.
Oh, really?
Let's try it.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to come in here. We're going to just take our R20 marker.
And coloring straight on the wood. Now, what kind of wood is this?
It is a plywood. It's called a Baltic plywood. It is 3 millimeters, which I believe equals 1/8.
And because this is real wood, we could have also stained it with a real wood stain.
Or used an ink pad.
Yes, we could have used an ink pad.
So when I did this, I thought it was pretty red, so you could put another color on top, but I kind of put some gray on it, and I also sanded it to give it a distressed look. But look how pretty that is. These two together, aren't they pretty?
Yes.
Okay, so let's try our light gray, and you can put one marker on another, right?
You can layer your markers. If you didn't want to use, markers are really easy to use, but if you didn't want to use markers, you can also use paint, and we're going to show you one other way you can alter this wood.
Yep, I think I'm going to go to the dark gray a little bit, and then I'm done, okay? But see, you don't have to just be a one color person. And I kind of did a bit of the outline with this darker CG, what is it, 06?
Yeah, CG06 Cool Gray.
Okay. And I just love it.
Really, really pretty, and it adds a pop of color to the card. Natural is also pretty, but sometimes you want that burst of color.
Right, so there we go. We have, this one was very pink. This one is more of a reddish color.
All right, so I told you I would show you one more way to alter the wood heart if you wanted to, and that would be with Microfine Glitter. So this is what that looks like.
That's beautiful.
Now, if you wanted to alter it with Microfine Glitter, it's really, really easy, and all you need is your Microfine Glitter, and I really recommend this from Krazy Kreations because it feels like velvet. We're going to take our wood frame, and we're going to apply some Zig two-way glue to it. So this is a glue that when you stick something to it and it's still wet or blue, then it's permanent. If you let it dry clear, then it becomes tacky. So I have done that before we started filming. I put a layer of glue on here with the Zig two-way glue. And this is the jumbo tip. It's really wide. I just went all the way around and I let it dry.
So it was blue when it came out, and now it's white, clear, tacky.
Yes.
Okay. So now I would think with tacky you want to pour glitter.
We are going to pour some silver glitter right on top of that tacky glue. So I'm just going to cover the whole thing.
Now if you're interested in the two-way glue or this tidy tray, these are available on Krazy Kreations.
Okay. And the Zig two-way glue is also really good if you have an electric die cutting machine because it'll help re-stick your mat. So for scan and cut users and Cricut users.
You have a little area there.
Okay, let me just cover that over here.
Okay.
All right, so here's our glitter. The last step is to take our finger and burnish it in. And you can see that when you rub it or burnish, you're getting extra shine.
Yes, it's like turning from a matte into a very shiny glitter.
Very, very sparkly and fun.
Wow, that was super easy.
And I also just want to say how smooth this glitter is on here, and it's not going to flake off.
Now, in order to clean the table, you just take a Swiffer or something, right?
Right.
I
Now,
think we would have that in here.
we used to. So while she's looking for that, I wanted to show you what this card would look like with the silver glitter heart on it. So this is what it would look like with the different hearts. So let us know in the comments section, do you prefer the pink heart in the sample or the silver heart?
Well, you know, I'm going to put the silver one on our new project.
Oh, okay. Then we'll get to see it side by side.
Okay, so I'm using my hands, but normally I use a Swiffer, okay? Okay, so the next thing then, now that we have our heart, we're going to turn this over, and we're...
That was my
Your
first
experiment.
attempt.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and get that acetate on. So I'm going to add some adhesive. Now I'm just using a regular Tombow dot roller. You could use score tape. You could use a glue stick. This wood pretty much sticks to everything. Now
And it's very lightweight too.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put this down over the glitter. And so the next thing I want to do is I want to get my acetate down here, my heart, and I'm going to put this right on top of it. So we're going to position. So can you see? I think this looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Just go for it.
Okay. And yep, that looks pretty good. Look at that. Got it all on there. Okay.
All right, and then we need to add a little more adhesive.
Yes, and then you just want to go on the wood part, okay? Might help if I do it the right way. So I'm just going on the wood part. So I'm kind of getting a lot of the adhesive, but I'm using the adhesive just to do the wood part because you don't want to see your adhesive inside the acetate. Then we're going to get this. We're going to put this on.
I'm going to slide you up a little bit.
Okay. Is that good?
That looks good.
And then I'm just going to kind of make sure it's on there.
Now, if you wanted to go the extra step, you could color and glitter, and I'm not sure if it would show through, but it would be an experiment for you.
I think it would only show through on our cool, warm, or blue highlight, okay? But that would give you that extra little shine. Now, look how pretty this is. So let's go ahead and get our card. Where'd we put that? Right here. And then all we have to do is go ahead and put that down by putting some adhesive on our chipboard. Again, using score tape is recommended for this part, but you could try it with this. And I kind of put it at a little bit of an angle. What do you think?
That looks really good. It looks like we're just missing a couple of embellishment stickers.
Yes, now, interestingly enough, those are found here on this sticker sheet. So if you notice inside the base, there were all of these little hearts. So you could go ahead and why not use them, right?
Right.
So I'm just going to use them.
So usually we use holographic dots. So these are kind of like our little gems or sequins that we're adding on.
Right.
But instead they're black hearts.
I mean, we have so many of them. Why not, right? Now, I think I need to put this closer. I'm too old to be so far away. There we go. Okay. Do you think that's fairly straight or not really?
It works.
Okay, and then for this part here, there are two sentiments on here. There's just because and with love. Now, I put the with love inside the card. If you look right here, isn't that cute?
Very cute.
So then you could sign your name. But I'm going to put the just because up there. But before I do that, look at that, Jackie. Do you have any idea what that might be?
Oh, you made it into an arrow.
Yes, from these little branches. So these were like little vines for the flowers. So I cut these in half here. Just cut through the sticker. That's one thing I love about our stickers. What about you?
Yes, you can alter them in so many different ways just by trimming them.
So one of the pieces to me looked really much like an arrow end. So I just kind of am putting that right here. And then for the feather part, what a perfect heart that would be, right?
So it's like a Cupid's arrow.
Yes, so I'm going to use a littler heart over here.
And this is when those tweezers really come into play.
Yeah. Come on, there we go. And you could do that, or actually, I think I used the bigger one. Let's just do that. Okay, so I'm going to put it this way because it's pointing. And we'll just kind of go like that. Isn't that creative?
Very,
Looks
very
like
cute.
a heart. And then we could put our sentiment. Now, one thing about our words, when they come up, they're all one word.
One piece.
One piece, so you don't have to... I think I better do the because first.
You don't have to line up all the letters because it's already done for you. You just have to peel the whole word and stick it down. So we're getting votes. So if you haven't, let us know your vote. Which do you prefer, the pink heart or the silver heart? So far, I've seen votes for the pink heart.
Okay, and also you need to just go in and take out the insides, but I'm not going to do that right now. But look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
Really, really cute. And don't forget, it is shiny on the inside of that heart because of the acetate in there. And I love seeing through the flowers to that XOXO paper in the background. It's peeking through.
And I want to say, if you do like the pink, but you like the glitter, we have a beautiful few pink glitters. What are they called?
We have pink, we have rose, And I think that's it for pinks.
So,
but there's also different colors available. I did try the rose, but I thought it blended in too much.
Too much? Okay. So you can experiment, and I even think if you went with a blue color.
Oh, ice blue?
Ice blue would be beautiful.
That would match this flower right here.
Yes. Okay, so what do you think of that technique?
I thought that was really fun. Now it's time to show you what comes in the kit if you want to try this at home.
Okay, here we go. So this kit will make 3 cards. So you're going to get, hey, how come I'm missing one of these? Did you use one? I used one. You're going to get 3 hearts and 3 chipboard backs, okay? So it is going to make 3. You're going to get 3 cards and 3
pre-scored
yes.
cards and envelopes.
Okay, and you're not going to get the sticker that's stuck on me. So let me just see here. So we have all this right here. So this right here is really quite a little catch, don't you think? And then, of course, you're going to get this wonderful border sticker. And it has so many different borders. It has these scallops, it has the straight line and the diamond. And the whole sheet is usable, just so you know. And then you're going to get the flower vase. And this also has a scallop on it. Isn't that kind of cool?
Oh, that's cool.
And it has all those sentiments. And I think that's beautiful. And then you are going to get a full 8.5 by 11 piece of this acetate and the pink cardstock. So maybe if I did this, you could see the acetate better. And then you are going to get 1 each of these papers, pattern papers. Aren't they pretty? You're going to get the chevron, the hearts, and the XOXO.
Right. Very, very cute. Lots of fun product in there. So the value for this kit was $17.49. Oh, you also get instructions and a photograph.
Yes, you do.
And you can always rewatch this video and do the project with us. But the value is $17.49. We've marked it down for Technique of the Week on special for $14.99.
Yes, so look how pretty these cards are. You can't pass them up. They are beautiful.
Yeah, so if you want to jumpstart on your Valentine's Day cards, make sure you purchase the Wood Heart Frame Valentine card kit on Krazy Kreations. We'll drop the link in the comment section below. You might also want to consider signing up for the masterclass on our website. And like always, we only have a limited supply of these Technique of the Week kits.
And once they're gone, they're gone. So you will not be able to purchase them once we have sold out. So we only make a limited quantity, and then we move on to the next project.
Oh, and I wanted to mention something about this kit. So if you wanted to try it with the silver glitter, you can add on to the kit. You can add on the glitter, a whole jar of glitter, a ½ ounce jar. And you can also add on the Zig 2-way glue, but it doesn't automatically come with the kit. You have to select the option at checkout.
So you could do that.
Or not at checkout, on the product page.
On the product page, but also don't forget, if you don't have one of those blue tidy trays, they are really helpful along with our tweezers. I love those tweezers. You're going to find them invaluable.
So thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this card. If you did, let us know by writing a comment. Give us a like or a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe to us on our YouTube channel.
And don't forget to tell a friend, because they're missing out on all the Krazy Kreation fun. So tell your friends where we are, where to find us, and how awesome we are.
And you can't go wrong for $14.99 on this really fun kit.
Absolutely. So my name is Kara.
And I'm Jackie.
And we will see you next time here at Krazy Kreations.
See you soon.